It has been about 1 year since I reviewed the Anti Fog unit by NOVRITSCH on my channel. Back in winter 2022, I was quite impressed about the unit's capabilities to prevent fogging of your airsoft goggles under heavy conditions, and this is the case until today. In the meantime, several other tests have been published on YouTube, which criticized one major weakness of the Anti Fog unit. Its ABS housing was not able to resist shots of medium-powered airsoft replicas, even on typical in-game distances. NOVRITSCH acknowledged this problem and just released a version 2 of the Anti Fog unit, which is advertised to come with a much stronger housing in order to withstand close-up BB impacts up to an energy mark of 2 joules. Will the product keep its promise? Let's find out together in this video. When you get your Anti Fog Unit Gen2, there's almost no hint on the package that there has actually been an upgrade to the previous version. Only on the back side, near the barcode, you find a V2 indicator as the only reference to the new, more durable housing. Inside the box, you basically find the same parts that also came with the original version 1 unit. Here we have the air tubes, the magnet connector for your goggles, the unit itself of course, a cutting tool to fit the magnet connector, some velcro for attaching the unit to your helmet or boonie, a USB charging cable, and a compact user manual. I'm not going into detail with assembly and functions, as I would like to focus on the main upgrade feature. Let's take a first look on the unit's upgraded hull. As far as I can see, NOVRITSCH has not done any changes to the original design. It all looks like the version 1 for me, which I use for about a year now. It's hard to tell from the outside how much more material they added for better BB resistance, but the feel is not a huge difference from the version 1. You should not expect a massive step forward on the choice of plastic here. However, there's no bending or flexing when applying some pressure. That's a good first sign. Before starting the durability test, I'd like to clarify that I'm not getting paid by NOVRITSCH or got the Anti Fog unit for free, so what you see and hear is my honest opinion as an airsoft player. I bought the unit like everybody else has to, so I report on all the up and downsides I will face here. This also applies for my original review, by the way. Let's begin with a moderate challenge for the Anti Fog unit. This is my CQB weapon, a stock G&G Firehawk high cycle, which has limited energy, so it's legal to play full auto here in Germany. To show you the exact power of the shots, let's do some quick chronoing first. As you can see, I'm not shooting from a typical in-game distance here, but from very close up. Not only this is what NOVRITSCH claimed to do in their tests, but it also will mean some kind of more tolerance when considering basically no one with a clear mind will shoot you in an airsoft game from that close. Taking a closer look, the Firehawk only left some small dents on the unit's body. This really was no great challenge for the Gen 2 housing. With this one, things get a little bit more interesting. This is my custom-built AR-15, which I use for mid-range distances between 30 and 60 meters. Here we should be in the energy range of the other reviews, which tested the Gen 1, but the close-up distance will make the impact a lot stronger. The first thing I noticed was that the little hose attachment on the unit's right side got loose during the test. But as this one is only pressed in, it's no problem actually to reinstall it again. A second time, the BBs only left superficial damage on the Gen 2 unit. In my opinion, there's no danger for the internal components here. Well done, NOVRITSCH. Time to push the Gen 2 to its limits with my VSR-10 type sniper rifle. This replica exceeds the advertised impact resistance by 0.5 joules, and therefore it would really surprise me if the Gen 2 actually stands its ground against it. Let's see what happens. Okay, it really resisted the first shot. But the second one was too much. While in some cases the Gen 2 unit was able to withstand BB impacts of 2.5 joules, some other ones actually did puncture the body. Especially the BBs which hit those kind of cross members were not very destructive, probably because the material is thicker here. But however things turn out, it seems like we found the limits of the Gen 2 Anti Fog unit here. So after the test, here are my final thoughts on the second generation Anti Fog unit by NOVRITSCH. Did the company increase the stability of the housing? Definitely yes, compared to the other reviews I saw. Is it a complete tank now that can be shot with anything from any distance and still gets out without a scratch? Of course, no. Would I recommend the Gen 2 Anti Fog unit? Also, yes. Considering the higher power in my test, even higher than the product was rated, and the small distance, which is very, very unusual for a BB impact by a sniper rifle in an in-game situation, the Anti Fog unit should have no problems in typical airsoft environment, even if some BBs find their way to its surface. After all, NOVRITSCH managed to eliminate the Anti Fog unit's biggest weakness, so there is no more reason for me why you should not enjoy fog-free airsoft gameplay with it. In case you want to know how the unit actually works, feel free to check out my detailed test under realistic outdoor conditions, and as always, have a good one.